Welcome to Politics Watch JA, and on this video we're going to talk about DAYTON Campbell, that are General Secretary for People's National Party, and we're going to talk about DARYL VAZ, that are Minister of Science with Jamaica Labour Party. And we have some allegation where DAYTON Campbell make against DARYL VAZ and James Robinson, and we are going to James Roberts, yeah, James Roberts. Thank you. We got James Robertson. Thanks, Mr. Logics.
Yeah, man.
We are go listen to what DAYTON Campbell say while he was at a rally about DARYL VAZ and James Robertson, and then we start the discussion.
We had to give Andrew Holness, the leader of opposition, extra security because there was this argument that DARYL VAZ will get mad to kill him. And I live to see James Robertson and DARYL VAZ stand up in a parliament and go talk about decency.
Alright, so viewers and subscribers, we're gonna put the link in the description for that audio there. And I want you to tell me, viewers and subscribers, did you hear that allegation where DAYTON Campbell said DARYL VAZ and James Robertson wanted to kill Andrew Holness when he was the opposition leader? Alright, Mr. Logics, talk to you about what we hear DAYTON Campbell say.
Yeah, I heard what he said at the campaign last week, right? The campaign meeting or rally. What he said was actually not just a rumor.
It was true.
But
so you said DARYL VAZ
was
want
said
kill
to be
James.
true.
DARYL VAZ want kill
But
Andrew Holness.
there were no names called at the time because in 2015, right?
So hold on. We ask Mr. Logics. There was some rumor that somebody want to get rid of DIRT Andrew Holness.
Right, and it was actually investigated by the police commissioner.
So how?
In 2015, along with the police hierarchy, they did an investigation and they said that there were death threats. Because not just rumor, there were death threats that were made. So the death threats were actually real. The death threats were made against the then opposition leader Andrew Holness, who is the prime minister now, as well as the deputy leader, who is the deputy prime minister right now, Dr. Horace Chang. So death threats were made against them. The police now were trying to determine who made those threats and where those threats came from, and they were unable to determine that.
So how DAYTON Campbell now start call up DARYL VAZ and Robertson name now? How that come in?
The reason why there were rumors that James Robertson was one of those persons who actually had someone made those death threats, but here is what they call those names, because then the DAYTON Campbell was the general secretary. It was the general secretary of the PNP.
No, hold on, Mr. Logics. Hold on, Mr. Logics. Me no want to confuse the people, let me know. Yeah, this rumor what we hear say James Robertson. Did the police investigate it and find out say James Robertson?
No, they didn't.
So
right?
why DAYTON Campbell call James Robertson and DARYL VAZ name? That more know.
Let me tell you why. Let me give you my honest opinion. I believe that the police investigated the matter.
Hold on, Mr. Logics.
Which they did.
Mr. DAYTON Campbell, him can make certain pronouncement without the police investigating and find out them information there.
Yes, they did investigate it, but I think it was swept under the map for political reasons.
So hold on. So what you tell me say DAYTON Campbell
have swept under the map.
DAYTON Campbell have evidence for say DARYL VAZ and James Robertson did that threaten Andrew Holness for dirt him?
I think there is actually evidence regarding the matter. I think the reason why he knows about it is because he was part of the cabinet of the then PNP and administration who was in power. They were in power at the time, they were the government, and the fact that he knew about the incident means that it was discussed at the cabinet level.
Well,
he came out and said that they provided extra security to the prime minister. Means that the PNP, then government, right, and the cabinet decided to sign off and extra security for the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister.
Well, you know, Politics Watch now agree with Dayton Campbell for say DARYL VAZ and James Robertson did a threaten for the Prime Minister. We now have no evidence of that, and until Dayton Campbell present that evidence, we can't support him on that. You understand?
It's a serious allegation. It is a serious allegation, but I think there's a reason why he said it.
Why him say? Why am I bring up that now?
He's bringing it up. He's bringing up the matter right now because of the controversy surrounding the statements made by Mark Golding regarding dead voters, right? And DARYL VAZ was one that stand up in Parliament and said that the opposition leader, right, supposed to be sanctioned, right? And he's basically defending his party leader, saying that DARYL VAZ has no decency in order to call for sanction of the opposition leader. And I agree with him. DARYL VAZ has no decency.
Yeah,
He's the one. If there's any member of the Jamaica Labour Party to stand up and try, in fact, not just he called for sanction, he was trying to move a motion under the law that would have called for the sanctions for the opposition leader. DARYL VAZ has no decency whatsoever to call for sanction of any leader or any political leader, member of parliament within
why you
God
say
House.
why,
The reason why.
Give me one reason why DARYL VAZ has no moral authority to sanction anyone.
No more authority. The main moral authority is that DARYL VAZ was charged, right, by police for trying to bribe, right? Trying to bribe actually police officers who gave him a ticket for speeding on the road, right? You remember that he was charged over that matter, and that's number one.
Yeah, but he was charged, but he was not convicted.
And we all know why he was convicted.
No, I don't know. The court.
We all know the court.
No, I don't know why he was not convicted. The court found him not. Well, no case was submitted on behalf of.
And then the court, but let us be clear.
I don't want
no
to.
Case
No,
was
we have to work
so
with what the court.
Remember,
Mr. Logics, we have to work with what happened in a court. The court, when they present the evidence, the court didn't find him guilty.
No, it's not a case that the court did not find him guilty. It's that no evidence was provided, and we all know that case was bought out or was buy out in Jamaica.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know. And if you buy a case, just like the X6 case, then you can't. There's nothing to present before the judge. So the judge has to just throw the case. Yeah. Secondly, DARYL VAZ's name again was under scrutiny from the Contractor General, as well as the Integrity Commission for lands, right? That was government lands that was said to be sold to him or under his name or company that he had. There were allegations that.
So we say because of that is not no decency then. You agree?
Again, he was convicted, but
you agree? Say Dayton Campbell say him not no decency. So nobody.
Everybody know that DARYL VAZ is probably one of the most corrupt.
So we say nobody know to point out to Mark Golding when he make a mistake.
Not DARYL VAZ, who was a moral.
Andrew Holness then.
Well, I would agree that Andrew could be possible one, but his plate is not clean. He was just Andrew Holness was just under.
So what to James Robertson? What to James Robertson? You can point out it to Mark Golding.
Well, he can. I would say James Robertson could be the person because there's not much surrounding his name, but not DARYL VAZ. Remember, let us not pretend that DARYL VAZ has any decency either.
Well, I don't know.
Why did the US Embassy take away DARYL VAZ visa years ago? Let us even go back to that incident. They took away DARYL VAZ visa.
Yeah, that's true. Him and his wife.
And I remember the US Embassy doesn't, and guess what they took away his visa as to what? There were investigations about money laundering and money muzzling within the US, right? So let us not pretend that this man DARYL VAZ is actually any saint. He's not. He has a long-standing political career that has been full of scandals.
But
and we don't even want to touch the one that go back way back. with him and that situation of Stony Hill. We don't even want to go back regarding those rape allegations.
No, I don't want to go into those allegations because the police has not found him. They did the investigation and them never charge him for nothing or whatever. But what I want to say is Dayton Campbell, him now have to go face a lawsuit from DARYL VAZ with these allegations made.
And that is because it is in truth and in fact, these are serious allegations.
Serious allegation. But what
I think you're talking about 2 members of parliament that is part of the Andrew Holness led government and party currently. These are serious allegations.
But what me want to know, Mr. Logix, was there a falling out between Andrew Holness and DARYL VAZ and James Robertson?
Yeah, there was a major falling out over the fact that Andrew Holness, right, when he lost the election to Portia Simpson Miller, right, a group of Jamaica Labour Party member of parliament, they came out blaming him and his weak leadership for the loss to the PMP, and they wanted him out. So what happened is that because they wanted it out, they actually prop up Ali Shah to run for leadership of the party, and he was backed by DARYL VAZ, James Robertson, Christopher Tufton. In fact, the majority of the Jamaica Labour Party members of parliament actually supported Ali Shah.
But did Ali Shah win that leadership campaign?
Yes. No, he didn't, which is actually some would say that is actually very, very unusual, because you have the majority of the member of parliament support, yet you still lose the delegates' votes. Because if you have the majority of the members of parliament support, like a person would expect it to win the delegate support, but the reason why he didn't was because most of the members of parliament that backed Ali Shah, they did not have much delegates from their constituency. Understand?
That's why I tell you say, Mr. Logis, that's why I tell you say Andrew Holness, him have the political machinery where he can crank up at any time when him chose.
No, the reason why Andrew Holness won that party delegate support because most of the seats in Kingston and St. Catherine, including Babsy Green's seat and West Kingston, they supported him, and guess what? Most of the delegates are from these seats, which I think is kind of unfair to the rest of the constituency in Jamaica, and that is one of our. We can discuss that in another video, but that is one of the problems with our political voting, constituency voting in Jamaica, where the seats in Kingston are given more delegates.
But what may I say?
Which I think is unfair.
I don't think that DARYL VAZ and James Robertson would have really do what Mr. Dayton Campbell allege say them do to Andrew Holness.
Well,
I don't think they would do that. No. Remember, say them all labor right now.
And I do agree with you. What I would say to you and our leaders, our listeners and viewers is that they always say that politics is a nasty game. Right? This is not new to Jamaica political scene. It is not new to Jamaica political arena. Remember that we have members of parliament that have been killed in election violence before. Right? The very constituency that the Prime Minister White is a member of parliament now, their MP was killed within political violence in the 70s. So let us remember that we have had political violence in Jamaica before regarding persons who are trying to take down each other for political power or political gain. It has happened before. It is actually the root. It has been the root of our politics within Jamaica, where violence has been at the front foot for political power and political gain.
Yeah, but
so nobody should be surprised if this is true. I would not be surprised if it's true.
Remember, I said Dayton Campbell have some skeletons in a film closet too, you know. Because
when he has a lot of skeletons. Right, there are allegations of him with minors, which is also serious allegations. Right? So
is it allegation still? As me I say still.
Yeah, it's an allegation, and they are serious as well. They are just as serious as this.
where DAYTON Campbell have got to know, he have to come with some evidence to make Jamaica people hear because DARYL VAZ have him lawyer line up to collect some billions
Yeah.
from him.
And guess what? Also, I think Daryl Vaz standing up in Parliament talking about trying to move a motion against what Mark Golding said, right? And let me tell you, politics in Jamaica is a nasty game. Let me tell you why. I think Daryl Vaz doing that in Parliament is coming off the fact that he, Daryl Vaz, did not want Mark Golding to be the leader of the People's National Party, and he don't support Mark Golding being the leader of the party, even though he's a part of the JLP.
Yeah, that and say, oh, he move. Why you gonna say that, Mr. Logics? Daryl Vaz not.
The reason why I'm going to say that because Daryl Vaz wanted his friend. Daryl Vaz.
Mr. Logics, come on, stop it. Daryl Vaz don't care who is the leader of opposition. Him a focus on Theme Party. You understand what I
No, trust me, he cares.
He
right?
Cares.
He
why
was in a.
Why you say that?
He was. Daryl Vaz was dressed in orange shirt. In an orange shirt, remember that is a JLP, He was dressed in orange shirt and photograph supporting Philip Palwell 25th anniversary as member of Parliament for Eastern Kingston. He's actually, and when he was interviewed by ER, everybody know the popular entertainment program, he said that he and Peter Palwell are very, very close friends.
No, but Mr.
Right? And guess what? Guess what I'm saying. Guess what I'm also saying, right?
Yes.
Remember Philip Palwell, right? There were ramblings within the political arena that Philip Palwell was going to challenge Mark Golding for leadership of the political party PMP this year. The reason why 2023. 2023. The reason why there has not been a challenge because of the polls. Because of the polls showing Mark Golding on an upward trajectory, right? Now, take it from me. I'm making this bold prediction, right, on your channel. If Mark Golding loses the next election, Philip Palwell will challenge him for leadership of the party, and Daryl Vaz will support.
So what you want to tell me, Mr. Logics? What you tell me, say? Daryl Vaz if him so-called PMP friend Peter Philip Palwell was the president of the People's National Party?
Yes, he would prefer that. And the reason why he would prefer that, right, is because in both political parties, right, have persons that do crossovers in terms of friendship. And if Philip Palwell challenged Mark Golding, if Mark Golding lost the next election, right, he's going to challenge him if he lost. And if he is successful, don't be surprised that you see Daryl Vaz crossing over into the PMP arena.
Mr. Logics, you have some very wishful thinking. Mr. Daryl Vaz, listen me. Daryl Vaz has come out.
I don't think there's a good relationship between. I don't think there's still a good relationship between the Prime Minister and Daryl Vaz. I think people always say that the Prime Minister, which is true, they can't do without Daryl Vaz. And the reason for that is because Daryl Vaz is said to be one of the richest, if not the richest person within JLP, and most of the campaign financing comes from him.
Mr. Logics, remember, say, Daryl Vaz come out the other day and say this election is his last election.
He said that, and I think that because of the relationship that he has with the Prime Minister. Because he hasn't been given one of the major roles within the cabinet. And I think that's also a problem.
Daryl Vaz is always a minister in the Andrew Holness government.
Yeah, but if the Prime Minister is going to give you a ministry where you are minister of this within the office of a Prime Minister, it is a disrespect.
Disrespect?
But they would, yes, a disrespect. Because what that does said is that the Prime Minister is actually monitoring you particular within his office and not giving you a free role. It's a free roam like he would do with the National Security Minister, the Minister of Finance, Babsy Grange in our ministry. They are given free roles to do what they want to do. Once you're under the office of the Prime Minister, you're not being given a free role entirely.
You have
You have to
some.
be reporting to the Prime Minister and taking things instruction from him basically on a daily basis. And I don't think a man like DARYL VAZ appreciate that.
Well, you are talk like how Dayton Campbell you fi talk. But what me I tell you say, General Secretary Dayton Campbell have to come with the evidence for support
Well,
say Daryl Vaz and James Rob got if him have evidence, that means the police should lock up Daryl Vaz and James Robertson.
well, let me tell you this as well. I also believe that the police have the evidence. I knew about it, but the then PMP administration, they came to agreement with the Jamaica Labour Party hierarchy to have the matter swept under the rug.
Well, let us see how this is going to turn out. Viewers and subscribers, tell me one thing. Talk to your viewers and subscribers before we leave them, Mr. Logics.
So again, viewers and subscribers, if you like our content, right, which is very interesting, informative, then go ahead and subscribe, like, and share our videos as well as our Politics Watch GE channel among your family, your relatives, your peers, your co-workers, and within your communities. So big up to everyone.
Alright, bless up, Mr. Logics.
Yeah, man, big up.